it comes down to that we evaluate startups around 4 different buckets. 1 is really the team, 2 is the product, 3 is the market, and 4 is the financial and user performance to date. The weight that we put on each of those depends on the stage of the business, seed versus Series D, and the sector that you're operating in, enterprise, consumer, financial services, healthcare. At the earliest stages, we anchor on team first. We want to really make sure that people have domain expertise, leadership capabilities, and kind of grit. If you go later, you emphasize a little bit less on team, simply because at that stage, there's pretty good track record of performance of the management team. So even if they maybe don't come from the category, they've proven their aptitude and their success. So it's a little less weighted the later you go. And there is some difference in an enterprise technology we look at that's closed source versus open source. So some of the details that are important for us is the founder of the open source startup the creator of the project and have influence over that community? Do they have an asymmetric insight into how the architectures are going to evolve over time? And another thing that's really important for us is, do they have some advantages in terms of distribution that go beyond open source? Do they have a community that already follows them through a newsletter or podcast or social media? This is incredibly important for the earliest stages because open source businesses inherently require product-led growth. And so everything is around product and distribution and community very early. So it's nice to see some of these indicators with the open source founders that we work with.